Okay, let's go now. Let's see. So once this comes up, I'll just mute the YouTube. Okay. Okay, guys, I think we're live. Yeah. Okay. I think straight to the point. We'll hopefully get through this quickly. I think we have a few people in the house. So hey, the regular greetings we would normally do with our regular rants will be greetings everyone. Welcome back to Token Nuggets and friends of the channel. And in the house we have Chibueze. Introduce yourself, please. Let's have a quick round introduction. I know Jedi K is in a cab at the moment on his way to the airport or from the airport. But you want to go quick, introduce yourself, please, quickly?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, this is, all right, go ahead, Chibueze.
Okay, go ahead. Whoever
right. Yeah. This Chibueze here, guys. It's good to be back again. And it's been a while we had this session. And yeah, Chibueze, I do cybersecurity. And then by extension of that, I do have a lot of interest in blockchains and their security. And of course, cryptocurrencies. It's good to be back again.
Excellent. Thanks, man. Jedi K, go now, please. Thank you.
All right, this is Jedi K here. And today in Poland, Warsaw, where we're going to usher in the new year. By day, I'm a program manager, and I do like connecting the dots within the blockchain sphere. That's why the nickname Dots Connector. Pleased to be here.
Excellent, thanks. And we have another friend of the channel, Pobek. Introduce yourself, please, Pobek.
Pobek, yeah, it's Peter Olufemi Babatunde Kuda, if you're wondering what the Pobek stands for.
Wow. Nice.
So nice to meet everybody.
Excellent. Thank you very much indeed, guys. Yeah, we just thought we'd get together, convene a session because we haven't had one of these rants in a long time. And, best to just keep it breezy, go live with it and say whatever it is we have to share or any other information that we may want to pass to people. So here we are, the last one of the year. What we did before was to actually put a running order together. And this is what we, sort of put together as a running order, in all transparency. This is what was shared. But we might sort of deviate from this and we'll just go as, just keep it breezy, really. So I think the first thing is well done to everyone who joined us during the rant, who participated in the rant during the year. It's been a long journey, but thanks to everyone. So well done all round, and especially to all the delegators who have been supportive with our Harmony One node. Thank you very much indeed to everyone. And yeah, I think I'll just let everyone have a go and share their thoughts on the year thus far in crypto, because there's been a lot of ups and downs. A lot of heartaches, a lot of near misses, and some rug pulls as well. If I dare say that. How has it been for you? Who wants to take that first? Chibueze, you want to go first? Your thoughts the year thus far.
Right, I think it's been a very interesting year for me. I kind of was and offline. I was telling you that by January. I think that would be probably around January 5th or 7th. That would be my complete 1 year in crypto.
Wow.
But then that is also me making one complete cycle. I wouldn't say maybe a complete cycle because I got in during a bull run. I've had a bear market and then I've had a lot of dumps in between. So I think it's been interesting, of course, over this period of time, I've learned quite a lot of things, in terms of what this whole space is about. I mean, I'm not yet there, but I think it's been, bumpy, fun ride, So starting with Harmony and a whole lot of other things I've done within that time. I think it's been good, and I'm just looking forward to the next few months, the next few years, see where we go with this thing called blockchains, cryptos, and all they have to offer us.
Okay, Excellent. So I think so. January makes it a year of your foray into crypto. We need to
Exactly.
celebrate that, and then you need to tell us if it's been good or bad. 1 year summary of some sort.
In fact, thanks a lot to you, really, because I remember that I think I was telling you offline again the other time that it was around Christmas that you were talking to me, asking me to see what a space is about, and then see if I like it, and so in summary, one of the things I do like about this space is I think it taught me a lot of things about patience and how to control emotions. I mean, I know I used to know when the first time things went bad, I was I was like, okay, my little investment is all gone, and and of course after a while things rallied up again, and I think it's been great. I think it's been great.
Interesting. Yeah. Nice one. Yeah, it's been ups and downs, really. The days, the red days and the green days,
Yeah.
equally. Povek, you have some stories to share, or perhaps battle scars to reflect upon.
I think you're very aware of all my battle scars, really, given that you're the medic. So, this year has been very up and down. Started off well. Passive participation in crypto is 11 months now. I think it was November 2020
Oh wow!
that Tunji me into it.
Nice.
But I wasn't focused on it until about February this year.
Okay.
And the first 6 months was quite good. Just normal dollar average, dollar cost averaging trading, just making for everything just steady, making a good ROI monthly.
Yep.
Then decided to start going for the big kahunas, which was my undoing. So unfortunately, those two big dips in June and October have gone against me. So I've had to huddle quite a bit longer than
expected. Similar flies. Yeah. Well, but generally though, what are your thoughts on the market? Do you think it's one for the faint-hearted?
I'm still very optimistic on the market in 2021. Some disturbing concerns regarding the regulatory, the ramp up of regulation on the western side. Bank of England trying to do a bit more regulation. Biden seems to passing one or two bills to restrict crypto, if you like. However, on the plus side, we've seen all this before.
Yeah.
And it's withstood it and gone to an all-time high despite all of it. So I can only assume that the next year will bode even better.
Yeah, that's optimistic. Yeah, I think we can be optimistic somewhat, can't we? Surely.
Sure you can.
Yeah. Jedi K, how about you? Thanks for that, Povek. Jedi K, how about you? Thus far, thoughts? You're the bookkeeper, so thoughts thus far.
Well, so far it's been good, quite good, I'll say. And for me, it's been more of the way I say it's more of an adventure to see where the trail will lead, so to say. So throughout the two, I'll say the one major dip and then the mini dead cat bounce in October, November. The big dip for me was more, it gave me time to look more into DeFi, and look into opportunities of using my current holdings to more or less enlarge the bags, not necessarily in terms of value, but more in terms of the coin. Because I've always been a, avid supporter of hodling. So, so that's there, and it paid out. When the market started coming up. So now I had a lot more than where I started before the dip, which was great. So recovery was good. I continue that on. And one thing I do find interesting as well, because like in Germany, regulation is out, which kind of supports hodling as well. So for me, trading was never even an option personally. You know, it wasn't my choice, but even with the laws and regulation now, it's better to hodl. You know, it's just keep it for 1 year. Find something good, keep it for 1 year.
Yeah.
And that's it. That works. And another thing I'm actually looking forward to in the next year is, you know, how the patterns will change based on adoption, right? Because now the more people adopt, then the more I think the patterns will change a bit. For sure, we've seen from last year and this year the Christmas pattern where before Christmas everything kinds of goes down because people are taking money out. They've planned investment, so to say, to do their Christmas shopping, buy their wives the Louboutins and all that. But yeah, so that's there, and then it's to also see what will be the effect now if we have more people holding in China. Will the Chinese maybe have an effect on the market because more people want to sell and need fiat, you know, and so on and so forth. So for me, it's just interesting to see. I think in the next 2 to 3 years, we'll see a new pattern.
All right, I think we're losing you there. Yeah, okay. Thanks, JK, for that. I think, yeah, it's been an interesting year.
How the market will run throughout the year.
Yeah.
I try it.
Oh, okay. Well, let's go right. Well, all round, I think it's been an interesting year, and I think there's been a lot of red days and a lot of green days. I wonder if there's some data to show if we've had more red days than green days. Coin Watcher, any thoughts on that? More red days than green days.
That's it. But that's a difficult one. But I think it appears we've had
more green days.
I think we've had more green days, to be honest.
more
I think we've had more green days. Yeah.
Interesting.
And of course, these things like my the other thing I notice is again, within this whole thing, I think it's a lot of patience and then you learning and watching patterns and watching what these projects are doing. So you don't, because I'm one like Jadek said. I mean, I think hodling is just one of the best strategies to these things, and
Absolutely, I agree.
Yeah.
So hodling has been a good. I think we'll get to JK's hodler list as well to give a summary of where we've been. But thus far, another thing I thought to ask everybody all around would be to maybe you might need to sort of jog some memory jog here. I wanted to ask everyone what their top story of the year was in the cryptoverse. Your top story of the year and something that sort of piqued your interest or something that you found quite intriguing during the year in crypto. I think for me, I'll go first. Just so I get it out of the way. And I would say it's not a story per se, but more of the growth in the DeFi landscape is my own sort of top thing of the year, top activity of the year, or top story of the year, perhaps, would be when, the total value locked in DeFi hit a few billions unexpectedly. And, and the interest was the interest, came up. I mean, so I thought, that's a big deal in 2020, DeFi summer and all of that. So what are your top stories for the year, or top activities or actions in crypto that you found interesting this year, guys? Chibueze, you want to go first?
Yeah, I think I want to go because I think we have all had different experiences. Again, I think that depends on at what point you got into the market and you got into the space. For me, I think one of the key things is all the news from China. I think because at some point it actually affected me, mentally, because I was like,
it bashed your portfolio.
yeah, exactly. So at some point I was in a place where I was thinking, oh, so everything is gonna go to zero because
yeah.
But and the interesting thing is how I'm kind of really not bothered about all these news these days. Of course, we are still in a space where there's a lot of risks, and where things can, I mean, we're not saying we're in safe waters,
Yeah.
But I think now I'm a bit more mature about how I pay attention to these news. So I think China dealt with me this year. That's what I'm trying to
say. China Ford dealt with you, huh? Okay. Interesting one. Yeah. So a lot of the news, the FOD from that part of the world, huh? Interesting one. I'll switch to Pobek. Pobek, do you have any sort of major news or activity that took you by surprise, or you found intriguing during the year in
China.
crypto?
China.
China?
Yeah, for me that was the most bloody.
China's getting the love, yeah.
I just gone long just before China hit. And if you remember well, China coincided with Elon Musk's idiotic manipulations of the market as well.
Gosh.
So those two, it was a double whammy that week. I think I called you a bit more often than I should have. So yeah.
So that was a major hit for you then.
Yeah, China was. Well, also, I mean, that's on the negative side. The positive side, I was quite fortunate with predicting the bounce related to Biden's passing of the bill in, was it March, April?
Right.
So I made quite a bit in that week because I suspected it was going to respond well to the stimulus.
Oh, and, wow. Okay,
yeah,
yes. So I remember you said, you mentioned this. Yes. Wow.
Yeah.
Excellent. Okay, so good one on that one. Right. I'm not sure if JK is still on the way from the airport. Can you hear us, JK? Any major events? Yeah.
Oh, nice. You can hear us.
Yeah. So for me, it was more, I'll say, the whole, like Pobek said, the double whammy actually made me sit up and look for other opportunities. So it was like the dark cloud with the silver lining, because I started my foray into DeFi. So that's there. But then the big thing for me, the big takeout, is the amount of layer ones that sprung up or came more into life, and options in there. So for me, that's like the big one. Layer ones and more opportunity in the next year.
Excellent, nice one. Yeah, that's those are good angles to come in from. So positives and positives and negatives, really. So I think next, like the item that I thought we'd talk about was the looking forward. The next year. What are your thoughts? What do you think we should look forward to? I know regulations has been talked about by Pobek, regulations, even JK talked to Pobek regulations as well. Aside of that, or even with that, what are your thoughts on the coming year with this whole space? What do you think we should look out for?
Something that I had been looking into is I've got my cynical view on Russia and
on what? Sorry, we didn't catch you there.
On Russia.
Okay.
What Russia is doing with regards to the Ukraine, basically the crisis at the moment. And I was just wondering, for maybe naively, is there any way one could probably, speculate or position crypto-wise for that? I don't know, crypto relating, anything that relates to I don't know.
A brewing crisis, perhaps.
A brewing crisis, yeah. So I mean, if we were talking old market, this is the people that be positioning for bullets and bandages. Is
Yeah.
there any way one could probably position for that in the crypto world? Because something will happen next year, right?
Absolutely. Again,
Russia, Ukraine, China, Taiwan, something will happen. May not be a full-blown war, but I mean some escalation of tension. So it might just be an opportunity to position oneself.
Yeah. Okay. So essentially, you're saying there's a lot of muscle flexing in that region, and superpowers sort of showing the gnashes and the teeth kind of thing.
Yeah. Just a lot of events happening next year. I mean, even go to election year, pre-election year for Nigeria as well. There'll be a lot of movement of foreign.
Okay. So my take on that would be to look out for not only crypto, not only blockchain, but I think traditional stocks as well. In that case, if it's around crisis brewing, if we were to look into anything sort of crypto related, I'd say logistics. I'd say look into logistics, look into all of those projects that aim to power logistics, or look at those projects that have a base layer protocol of some sort that powers a whole enterprise. And most of these enterprises are trying to upgrade how they work. And all of that would mean elements of blockchain, elements of sort of, the ledger technology, so to speak, would come into play. And so it would be one to look at that. Pobek, you might want to look at, again, I wouldn't want to sort of equate specific tokens to crisis. It wouldn't be nice.
Of course.
It wouldn't be nice to do that, But I would say, again, it's just going with good old logic. What helps turn the wheels of these operations. Starting from the basics, logistics plays a big part. Transportation plays a big part.
Absolutely.
So again, I've also read somewhere, I forget where now, something around somebody projecting that there might be a spike in the price of oil at some point. Again, all of this is speculation, and not financial advice, by the way. So maybe it ties into what Pobek was saying. So maybe that particular speculation as to the price of oil going up at some point may not be, unrelated, maybe correlated with, all of this muscle flexing in that region of the world. Who knows? Okay, my rant over on that one. Chibueze, any thoughts on that?
Right. I'll probably, I'm not quite sure. I don't know a lot about what happens with oils and all that. But for next year, let's not forget, the interesting conversation that happened in the US a while ago. Where the crypto CEOs spoke to lawmakers and made some arguments. I think I'm looking forward to how that is going to shape a crypto narrative next year. And because of course we know that regulations are almost here. Governments are beginning to talk about taxing the industry, and I think that's one thing that I'm looking forward to. And then the other thing I'm looking forward to is now, on Twitter, I've made several rants about how I don't like, the Ethereum gas fees, and so I'm really looking forward to, of course, ETH 2.0 is coming. It's around the corner. So I want to see how layer 2s are going to fare, with these things, especially how we use those protocols to do our normal DeFi, because we need DeFi, and then some of all these things are going to run on a network or some kind of infrastructure. So I want to see how the layer 2s, again, I'm not sharing, but I have my eyes on Polygon, our lovely Harmony, and a whole host of others to see how things are going to shape up for next year, really.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I think Pobek has something to say. Pobek, you put your hand up there. Pobek.
Yes. Just to Chibueze, you said you were looking forward to the taxing of the industry. How so? because
No,
I
no,
would have thought
not
we would be
really
running
looking
from that.
forward to it. I'm saying that I think there are a lot of there's a lot of crypto laws being thrown around. So I want to see how like in the UK, for instance, now I think there's one here, where you have to report your crypto, and I've not gone to the detail, but I know there's something on ground. I know of what's brewing in the US. So that's what I'm saying.
Okay,
Right.
interesting one.
Because that's one thing that's been concerning me, of just precisely how this do you understand how we manage the situation, because at some point in time the government will start coming like bloodhounds.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
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 I guess some people are beginning to talk about moving to tax havens and
isn't that happening already? Yeah, people not doing. Yeah, I get you. Yeah, it is interesting. And I think in one of the previous rants too, we spoke about. If you remember, we spoke about reg tech, regulatory compliance technology, and all of that.
Mm-hmm.
And don't forget, we had a look at some tokens as well, some projects who are trying to sort of help with crypto asset or digital asset reporting and all of that, and helping you manage stuff. I'm not sure how that would work, but again, I dare say there would be a section of the cryptoverse or the crypto world that may not exactly be up for the whole sort of centralization of things and all of that. But then again, it's a necessary evil, if you ask me. The industry has to grow, and for it to grow, there has to be recognition within the society, and so it can function effectively, and change, and we can all enjoy the benefits of the technology. Actually, I dare say. But anyway, that's one we need to keep an eye on. And by the way, there was a consultation that was carried out last year. Was it earlier this year or last year? I forget now. I think it was by the UK government, UK Gov. I think it was around. It was a public discussion around cryptocurrency and all of that. I'm not sure what the outcome of that was. So hopefully there's been some sort of roundtable discussion around how to treat people who own digital assets, and how to apply the correct level of tax, or perhaps it might just still be treated as capital gains tax. Rules apply. Again, who knows? I know other European countries. Germany, for instance, has a robust way of. Oh yeah, Jadake is here. Oh, Jadake, you want to opine on that one?
Yeah. No, just because I'm home now and I'm about to get into the elevator. So just a quick one, linked to what you guys said. So with the governments coming in and regulation, it's something to look forward to. I do think governments who try to be bullies will find out the hard way that they cannot bully the blockchain, so to say. They can bully crypto.
You can't challenge the government though.
You can't challenge the government, right? You don't need to challenge the thing is, you just need to be smarter than a bully. That's it, right? So I'll give you a quick example. Now they say basically, everybody talks about staking. The government guys just say, oh, you are doubling, so you should pay income tax because every day you're getting an income, basically, right? And then next thing, what did the guys do? All right, then there's wrap staking, where it's just the same coin and it's there forever. But when you convert back, it has a different value because it's indexed, right? So tell me what will they come up with next? There will always be, the government can't be smarter than code. That's the thing. And I think that's something they should just acknowledge, right? Go for the simple way of categorizing and making these regulations happen. Simple. If they try to be too complicated, they're just creating loopholes for themselves, which will be effectively exploited, I can assure you. So that's one thing. Then another thing I'm also looking forward to is actually um, from Richard Hart. We're talking about Pulse here.
Yeah.
So for Pulse Chain, and then we have the Pulse X, which is in the sacrifice phase right now. But not just that blockchain itself, but also the projects on ETH that kind of died off and didn't take off, right? Once they are moved on to Pulse Chain, it will be interesting to see how well they do there. I've got an eye out for a few of them to see if then they'll be able to make things happen. Chibueze mentioned the exorbitant gas fees, so yeah. Let's see how those projects, the smaller projects that didn't get traction because of the high gas fees. It'll be interesting to see how they make it next year.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, wow, we're now at 99 mil.
Yeah, it's
before I got on the flight, it was I think 75, right?
70 something. It's gone up a bit, yeah.
Yeah, it was 75 2 hours ago. Now it's 99, and it'll keep going.
The sacrifice thing.
Yeah, sacrifice phase and X, yeah.
But for Pulse X, so it's Pulse X.
Pulse Chain.
It's the decentralized. It's the DEX main DEX that will be on the Pulse Chain, right? So
yeah, it's all interesting because Hex community too is doing well with a lot of development, and Richard is at the forefront of all of that. And kudos to them, kudos to the community. Hexicans, shout out to all Hexicans out there, man. Good community too. Okay, so thanks for the stories for the year, guys. I think one thing we need to talk about too is Harmony, because our journey in Harmony too has been, within the past year. So it's only fair that we mention that as well. And thanks to all the Harmonauts people within the community, and even you guys who delegate to Token Nuggets, everyone. Thank you. So here we are today. Total staked is currently 6.5 million Harmony One tokens. And we have a number of delegators, 230 it says here, a few inactive, but total 230. And a good old summary from EasyNode. We should plug EasyNode in there. EasyNode has, EasyNode's portal shows all the details that you'd want to see. So this is our validator node. If you put the address into EasyNode, you can see all of the updates or what the validator node is currently doing, its status. So currently we are elected and the epoch is there. Latest expected return is 9.81%. And what we have given in the last 7 epochs, all of that is indicated here. And total active delegates and total one delegated, and what we have distributed thus far. All of that is indicated there. So yeah. So again, thanks to all the delegators, and Harmony has been a good one for everyone involved. And on that note, I think I'll let Jedi K share an update of the Hodler Life list that we have been keeping for a while yet. Jedi K, are you indoors? Are you home now to give us a quick run through of this? If you can hear me, I'm not sure he's in yet. So essentially, we've been.
I'm just going in now.
All right, cool.
All right, cool. So, yeah, the Hodler Life.
So this is the November review, or the year to date. What shall we call this one?
Yeah, it's the November review, and of course you see the current status as of today.
Okay, so do you want to talk us through this, or do I just? Yeah. Should I go to the first slide, second slide, third slide?
You can just go to the I guess the last one, which makes it easier, and then go into full screen.
So here we are. Okay, so yeah.
Okay, can you go into full screen
One
mode?
sec. Yeah, I don't want to lose the transmission here. One sec. Here with us, guys. So, by the way, this list we've been keeping since. How long have we had this list? By the way, to like
Since March.
Since March, and
since March.
Yeah.
and the idea is to have people see the importance of hodling, and the idea also is to make people understand that non-financial advice, but still we'll have a situation where people can make their mind up as to how best they would invest whatever it is that they want to put in. So yeah, feel me here. I'm just reopening that on the other screen. I lost it a minute ago. Bear with me. So this is the issue with live. Just reopen here. Enable editing. I'm just reopening that, so lost it a minute there. 1 second. Jodake, if you could share your screen as well while I'm trying to find the document again. I think you have permission to share your screen as well, so you could do that.
Yeah, I'm on mobile. I'm still on mobile.
Okay. Oh, you're on the move. Okay, 1 sec. Yeah.
Yeah, we can just take this up.
Yeah. Okay, 1 sec.
Later in the
okay,
chat,
I found it.
We can roll back here.
Yeah, I found this. I found it now. 1 sec. Okay, so here we are. Okay, slideshow. Not now. Okay, excellent. Okay, Jodake, can you see my screen?
Yeah.
Could you see my screen? I shared the screen now. Can you see it?
Yep.
Okay. Now I'll play the slideshow now. Hopefully you see it on the screen fully. Okay, here we go. Okay, so this is the hazards of live presentation. So bear with us on this one. Because losing this, oh, that's my daughter. Okay, Jodake, I'm sorry, I cannot do any more on my end here. If you can share yours, are you on the desktop?
No.
Okay.
Anyway, I can anyway give a brief run through.
Okay.
More or less know this by heart. Maybe later on we can post a pin.
Yeah, we could post, but if you could just talk us through while I try to pick it up again, talk us through what we have as the top 3 for the year. Actually, you could just tell us that actually, the top 3 for the year and how they have performed.
That's quite easy. Numero Hex.
Okay, so the top performer.
So Hex between March.
Okay.
Yeah, between March and today, it's gone like 4,100%.
Okay.
Give or take, and then so that's top 1. Next one is Harmony 1. I think it's about 800 or 900%. And number 3, I think is it was Chili's. I think it's a close run between Chili's and Helium,
Harmony.
if I'm correct. No,
Okay.
Harmony is number 2.
Harmony is number
Harmony
2.
is number 2.
Hex is number 1.
Yeah.
Okay. And
then we have Chili's and Helium coming in after.
Okay. So all in all, if so with how much was the sample or test investment that you had at the time that we put on this thing? Was it 100, 200, and 300? I think?
Yeah, and 300. Yeah. So if you had put in 300 on each of the tokens in there on that list, of course, some of them did had a dismal performance, but if you put in 3,900, that's spread in 300 on each. As of today, you would have, I think, about $22,000 or $23,000.
Wow.
And I'm sure there's no traditional investments that can give that kind of returns in
such
3 quarters.
Short time.
In less than three quarters. Correct.
Okay. So all said and done, then, would you then advise that it's best to look for, or actually, let me throw this out to everyone. Would you also sort of agree it's best to have tokens to hodl or tokens to, to stake and earn rewards? I mean, it's a no-brainer for me, I think. Tokens to stake and earn rewards are good. I think we've seen that here too with the case, So I think one thing that may be worth looking at really would be to look at those tokens that you stake. Say, for instance, we have X amount of tokens to stake. Those tokens earn rewards, and those tokens also then accrue some value. I think we should factor that into the calculation as well, JDK, at some point.
Yeah, it just gets a bit more tricky there. So it's something I'll like to do, in the coming year, to also have a list of tokens you can stake, and then we'll do more of a race and see which one does best during the year, because they also have different rates and how to calculate. For example, I stake Hex, you're right, but the way you stake Hex is different from the way you do your normal, like staking Harmony One, for example, is different. So I'll need to do a clean slate of saying, okay, everybody is on a 1-year term. And the ones where you can actually set the time, like with Hex, then we'll put in 1 year and see how that goes over time till the end, right? And see what it's earning and so on.
So
then
can you see my screen? Sorry, JDK.
Yeah.
Can you see my screen at the moment? This is just a flashback from your August review. As a case in point, sort of a flashback now to the August review. Again, it's just interesting to see how things have moved on from when we started, as an example. So it's a shame I can't get this open now on this page. Could you still share your screen now, JDK?
No, I'm not even trying to disconnect now. Yeah. I need to unpack, but it's
okay. That's fine. Yeah, so I mean, I just brought this up as a case in point as well from way back in August, and to see how far some of these tokens have gone till now. Again, all of that is available on the Instagram page, by the way. We keep a record of that, so if anyone's interested in looking at the history of all of those HODL Live lists that JDK has put together. Again, one key thing, I think I've had this flagged up for a while. It's how cryptos fare this year, and it's good to see one on the list. And I think Hex should be on that list too, but for some reason, I don't know. That's a different story for another day. But it is interesting to see one on the list, and I think that's pretty encouraging. That one has done well during the year, and it's not dissimilar to the figures we have in the HODL Life list as well. It's really good. And are people hodling any of these other tokens here? CoinWatch, are you watching any of these other tokens on this list?
Right. Yeah. I would say I have my eyes on. Well, of course, I've got my eyes on Matic, Harmony One, of course.
Yeah.
FTM, yes. I got a tiny bit of.
You're an FTM evangelist, aren't you?
Oh yeah. Oh yes. And of course, Axie Infinity. I think just a tiny bit of that. But I think the one I have my eyes on, I've never had it anyway. Gala. So that one is. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. A lot of people have been talking about Gala as well. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Interesting. Pobek, are you there? Pobek, any of this in your on your watch list?
So yes, I've got sand.
Yeah.
I've got matting. It's going to
one. You surely you have some one. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, one. You got it for me.
Right.
Yeah. So I think it's just sand, matic, and one really.
Okay.
FTM, no. Mana, actually, I may have some mana. I need to check
that's
that.
the central. Yeah, the central land. Mana.
The central land. Yeah.
No, actually, I tried to get that, but I couldn't get it on my platforms. I think you can only get it on. Is it KuCoin or FTM?
Okay, interesting.
Oh.
So that's a good list. Yeah. Okay. Janaki, anything here on your watch list?
Oh yeah, not just in my watch list, in my bags. So
interesting.
Nice. Yeah. Again, I thought.
Yeah.
We're losing you there, Janaki.
I can't hear you, Janaki. I would like to hear what he's got. I would like to hear what he's got.
Janaki, go on.
Yeah. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Wait, let me try.
Yeah.
Move.
So this is the peril of live streaming. A lot of hitches, but we'll get better.
Live streaming and try to.
We're still losing you. We can't hear you.
Yeah, I'm losing you, bro.
Can you hear us?
Oh, crap.
Okay. We can hear you.
I can hear you guys clearly. But
yeah. Okay.
Can you hear me?
Excellent. Yep. We hear you now.
So, yes, I got sand. I have Matic. I have, and I'm staked.
Mm-hmm.
Luna, I have some. Of course, Solana, I have. FTM, I've been doing some degen stuff on FTM.
on Tom, right?
Weeks. So,
okay.
From Tom, I'm on Tom and yeah, just playing around. Boo, Spooky, doing all that. And then, of course, Harmony One and Mana. So out of all this, I think, so one is also staked. FTM, I'm staking as well and playing around. Matic, I'm staked. So yeah, I'm doing a lot of staking here, I have to say.
Yeah. Out of interest, JDK, where are you staking your FTM? If you, because some of mine are not staked, so
you need to go to Tomb Finance.
Okay, Tomb, right.
I'm doing. I have some stuff on Tomb, but I have some things on Spooky Swap as well.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's just playing around with these things, and then of course the home forks on FTM. I have some. I wrap it, then I use it as a pair, and then use that to generate more FTM.
That's some degen stuff.
Yeah. Like I went full degen with FTM.
Oh, interesting one. By the way, is anyone familiar with Elrond, EGLD? Elrond, the token.
Yeah, no, Elrond. I haven't played with the ecosystem.
there's a friend was also a friend advised of staking a run with the Maya wallet, and I think
Okay,
that's
yeah.
worth looking into.
Mm-hmm.
Pobek, I think you're aware of that too. If are you doing any staking with EGLD and Maya wallet?
No, I'm not.
Okay.
I think you guys are the only ones I'm taking with.
All right. Okay. Token nuggets all the way. Excellent. Well, thanks, guys. This is gonna get better as we get on. I mean, we're learning the ropes now. I think Jedi K's spreadsheet for the Hodder Life list. We'll just push that out on Instagram for people to see. And yeah, well, thanks very much, everyone. Final words from everyone. Any token tips, any crypto tips, any token plays, final words. We'll go around and ask everybody anything, final words. Pobek, you go first. Thanks for being here, by the way. Thank you.
No worries, no worries. Not much really. I think I've said all I have to say. Looking forward to the alternative coins next year, especially the gaming and metaverses. But yeah.
Yeah, excellent. Good stuff. Chibueze, final words from you, please.
Right, it's been good, guys. I think for next year, I'm looking forward to how we're gonna do the cat and mouse if it comes to that with the government. Yes, and and second of all, I'm also looking forward to paying a lot of attention to these domain name services on the blockchain. That's what I have. I think I should have mentioned that earlier during the chat. And of course, yes. Web3.
Excellent, fantastic. Yeah, Jedi, final words from you, please.
All right, yeah. For me, I think if you guys are into DeFi and what's going on next, we're now in the sacrifice phase for Pulse X, which we mentioned before. So have a look in there. It's just live now, so the best rates are up for I think the next 10 days.
Yep.
Before then it goes down. So basically, you have 10,000 points per $1 sacrificed, and so when Pulse X comes out, then you might be given the same amount of Pulse X as the points you have. Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent. Thank you very much indeed for that. Look into that. It's Pulse X from Richard Hart's X community as well, and of course Token Nuggets Harmony 1 node still live. Do by all means stick with us. Your assets are safe with us. Thank you very much indeed, guys. Thanks. Have a very happy new year in advance. We just thought we'd round off this year with the last rant of the year on the live stream. Hey, a lot of hitches happened, but we got through in the end. Thank you very much indeed for your time, guys. And have a good one. We'll see you next year in the green. On that note.
All right.